What up, though? I am Fontaine the Titan. Want to say peace to the fam, and if you have not done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Right, we about to get into some high vibrational information here, and we gonna get into five, 5 ways to stop negative thoughts before they even start, before they even get to rolling, before they even be able to become an issue in your life. We go put a stop to it, put a halt to it. And the first way, one out of the first way, right, that we go stop negative thoughts before they start is by lower expectations of others. All right. So I say actually really have no expectations of others. Because look, listen, the first thing we do, we born into this world. You got your mama, you got your daddy, then you got your uncles, aunties, grandmas, cousins. You get your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. And because of these titles that we put on people, there is an expectation that we put on them. And what happens is when they don't meet these expectations, it makes us feel a certain way, makes us feel angry, makes us feel disappointed, makes us feel in all of these lower vibrational frequencies when we don't even have to be. Don't expect nothing from people. That is the best thing that you can do, because when you don't expect anything from people, you ain't got no reason to get mad when they don't do something. 9 times out of 10, when you're mad at somebody over something else that they did, it's probably something that you could have took responsibility of in the first place. So take responsibility for your own actions and stop having expectations of others, right? Because look, keep in mind this. You might have, let's just say it's a young lady out there getting her phone bill paid, man paying her phone bill for like a year, and he stopped paying it. She get mad. Why is you getting mad? Pay your own phone bill, right? You expecting this man to just keep on doing this for the rest of his life? Right? So we got to think about things in a different aspect of the expectations we got on people, right? You know, you expect your grandma to cook you something to eat. Why you mad when she didn't cook? You should be able to feed yourself. Little stuff like that on the expectations that we have of other people. And next thing you know, you feeling a certain type of way. Let other people do them. Get out of that and take care of yourself, right? So that's number one. No expectations of others. And number two, right? Number two, turn off that television, right? Got to turn off that TV. That TV is programming you, and you are sitting up there getting infused. You're getting into a trance, and you're taking everything in. See, what you got to understand is we talking about reprogramming the subconscious mind here, right? Subconscious mind is programmed through repetition, symbols, and trauma. And where do you get all of that at one time? By watching TV. And they know the psychological ways to be able to get inside your head, get into your subconscious, to have you doing something that you probably don't even want to do. You sitting up there, you watching TV, and then boom, McDonald's commercials, Wendy's commercial, Burger King, all of that stuff. And guess what? If you ain't noticed, they all got the same colors revolved around their symbol. See, their symbols are wrapped around yellows, reds, and greens, which automatically, psychologically, in your mind, triggers a hunger feeling in you, right? Your body is automatically attracted to those colors and associates that with hunger. That's why they have those colors on their food symbols. And next thing you know, you in the drive-through, getting you a Big Mac, getting you that Whopper, getting you that four for four, or whatever it is you out there getting, all because you sitting up there watching TV, right? But let's take this a little bit deeper. Let's take this a little bit further, right? Let's just say you're watching the news, which is probably one of the worst things you could be out here watching. But let's just say you're watching the news. Now, they already got you going back and forth on the political game. What Donald Trump doing? What's this going on? Is they go do this on that side? And you already on the emotional roller coaster from watching the news. And then next thing you know, they tell you, oh, it's an Amber Alert. Little kid just got snatched up. And your heart drops. And you feeling, oh my God, what if that was my son? What if that was my daughter? And now next thing you know, you internalizing it. Now, I'm not saying you ain't got to have compassion for what's going on out here in the world. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is the more TV you watch, the more of an emotional roller coaster you're going to be on. If you want to stop negative thoughts before they start, don't cut on the TV. And you won't even see half of the stuff that even have you on that wavelength, right? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't watch much TV, but I do watch Maury. That is my guilty pleasure. I cut Maury on. I like the You Are Not the Father show, and I like to see them running off the stage and all that, purely entertainment purposes for me. But all that other stuff on TV, the news and all of those other shows, they can go ahead on with that with me, because I'm getting into higher levels of understanding, and I understand what they're doing with the television, which is called a television, because they're telling you what the vision, and they're using the media mind control to get into your subconscious mind to have you on the emotional roller coaster to get you away from taking care of yourself and knowing thyself, right? So cut off the TV. Boom. That's number 2. Number 3, what we got here? Say what you are grateful for, right? But say what you are grateful for before you go to sleep. Ooh, now that's powerful, because see, a lot of times people go to sleep with a bunch of thoughts running around their head that they feel that they have no control over, right? So you go into bed worried about your job, worried about what you got to do for the kids, got to worry about what your baby mama doing, what your baby daddy doing, right? You worried about all of this stuff, and next thing you know, it rolls over into your sleep, get your nightmares, you wake up in a bad mood. Come on now, you ain't got to even go through all that. Start saying what you're grateful for before you go to sleep, and you instantly infuse positive energy into yourself. You get rid of those nightmares. You get rid of all of that negative energy throughout the previous day. And it's plenty. It's a whole heap of things that you could be grateful for. It's infinite stuff that you could be grateful for out here, right? So you ain't got to look hard to find. You got 10 fingers and 10 toes. You got a mind that works for you. You got food in the refrigerator. You got shoes on your feet. You know, your boss didn't show up to work today and he wasn't riding you. Your kids got in the car and wasn't arguing today. Everything is something to be grateful for, and just take in that appreciation, right? Because gratefulness goes with appreciation, which goes with joy. You go to sleep in a joyous mind state, you wake up feeling refreshed instead of sleeping in turmoil because you're worried about all these other outside circumstances and stuff that don't even really matter. So have a peaceful sleep and wake up refreshed and eliminate those negative thoughts that you might have even had that was going to happen the next day. Because once you're riding high, it's hard for somebody to bring you down. But if you already waking up and you in a crappy mood, all it takes is for one of your kids to say, "Hey, mama, can you buy me?" You be like, "I ain't buying you." But you already on 10 just from you not even having a good night's sleep, because before you went to sleep, all you was thinking about was, they better not ask me for nothing. And that's what your mind is at. Then in the morning, they go ask you for something because you already said you was go trip out on them in the morning if they ask you. And they ask you again, you did exactly what you said you was going to do, right? So let's get our sleep together. Say what you're grateful for before you go to sleep. Get into that positive mindset, right? So what we have here, right? Number four. This is my favorite. Laugh at humanity, all right? You got to laugh at humanity. You got to understand that this human experience that we going through in these bodies, everybody has their own perspective. We talking about the law of polarity here, right? So everybody got their own perspective. And so what you got to understand is it's all funny. This is all a big comedy show. Don't take this life serious like that, right? Because you take life so serious, and then next thing you know, everything is an issue to you. It don't gotta be that way. You gotta laugh at the little stuff. I'm talking about you at work and it's busy. You like, oh man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This busier than a mug. Ha 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 ha. Laugh it off, right? Your man cheated on you? Good. Laugh it off. Oh, he done lost a good one. Don't cry about it. I don't even cry at funerals no more. When they say they're going to a better place, if that is the case, why aren't we crying, right? You got to get a bigger type of grip and understand everything that's around you and understand that we can laugh at any and everything and it is nothing wrong with it. Laughter is good for the soul, right? So you ain't supposed to be out here in anguish about every little thing. You got to put a smile on that face. And I tell you, the most beautiful thing on a woman for me is a smile. So, keep that smile going on. Keep that laughter going on. And it's real difficult for some negative thoughts and negative energy to end up getting into you when you already smiling and having a good time, right? So let's take this to another level, right? Next thing, right? To get those negative thoughts, stop those negative thoughts before they even start, is to read something positive. And you don't even understand how powerful this is. You got people, you might go to work, let's just say you work in the office, they got them little bitty calendars, positive word of the day, the little quotes. You see people on Facebook posting a little positive stuff up. Read that stuff. Read that stuff. Get you a self-help book. Get you some self-motivational stuff and read it. I'm telling you, that's the most powerful thing you can do as well because it takes you on to a higher level mentally. It gets you, first of all, away from everything else, any other distractions, and you can just zone out on positivity just off of the things that you read, right? So we know that words are spells, and you basically putting a spell on yourself to put yourself into a higher dimension of a higher frequency of positivity just by the things that you read. And I look at all the negative stuff that everybody react to. But if you start infusing an hour a day, a couple of hours a week, right? Just to pick up a book and open up something positive and read it, something that's going to help you, it will really change your vibration. All of this stuff works. I'm telling you all of this because I know it worked for me. If it didn't work for me, I wouldn't even be giving you this information. I just, it's not even no point of me telling you this information if it didn't work for me. This ain't no joke. And those was the 5 ways to stop negative thoughts before they even start. But, boom, as a bonus, I'm going to give you one more. No, wait, there is more. Create you a mantra. That is the most powerful defense that you can have out here for yourself. Because when we start talking about self-confidence, self-esteem, keep in mind all of the stuff that people say about themselves to themselves in their head. Some people even say it out loud. I had this one dude I work with, he made a mistake. He say, "Sure, I'm just so stupid, he. And he laughing it off. And I'm like, dude, that is not funny, really. Like, it's a lot of stuff that's funny, and I'm actually laughing at you, but you shouldn't think it's funny if you calling yourself stupid out here. Because what that does is that gets into your subconscious mind. And that's something that if you've been told you were stupid all your life, then you got a whole lot of reprogramming to do for yourself. Because we've been told a whole bunch of stuff that affects our mentality going forward and everything that we do. We've been told that we're too stupid, not tall enough, not fast enough, and all of this other stuff. And we can't learn, and we slaves, and when we less than human, and we thugs, and we hoodlums, and we all of this stuff that's on the negative vibration side of the game based on the perspective that they trying to put us on. Because it ain't nothing wrong with anything based on the law of polarity. It ain't no good or bad, but it's the feeling that you have within yourself that's going to make it good or bad for you. So what's good for somebody else might not be good for somebody else. So you got to find out what's good for you. But with that being said, I don't know if it's good for anybody to say that they stupid to themselves. So watch what you say to yourself and get you a positive mantra and repeat that to yourself. That's the bonus number, 6 for everybody out there, right? So 5 ways to stop negative thoughts before they even start. We go run through them one more time for you. We got lower expectations of others. Turn off the television. Say what you're grateful for before you go to sleep. Laugh at humanity. Read something positive. And of course, the bonus, create you a positive mantra, right? So, hope this information helps you out. Go ahead, give it a try. Because we trying to, first of all, get into higher spiritual levels. We trying to get into knowing thyself. But we also, as the humans out here, get into a higher state of being a human and then raise above that and then raise above that. But if you at the lowest level of being a human at this point and looking at yourself that you are so less than, then you have to raise your vibration up and nobody else is going to do it for you, right? I can't get inside your head and think for you and give you the thoughts that you need to think and think for you all day. That's impossible. But, well, I ain't going to say it's impossible, but I'm definitely not the one to do it. But what I will say is a lot easier if you do it yourself, right? Reprogramming yourself to be on a higher vibration. That is the key. Because everything else out here in this world is only going to program you to not be in a position to know thyself and to get into that divine spark of who you really are and raise yourself on a high vibrational level, right? We're talking about reprogramming the subconscious mind to be able to create our reality. And if you got negative thoughts going on, then those are going to be wrapped into your subconscious mind, and then the reality that you're going to create is going to be negative. And I'm only saying negative based on the perspective on how you feel about yourself. Everything is about balance. If a negative thought has you feeling some type of way, if a thought has you feeling some type of way, then it is a negative thought because you have an unbalance. When you start getting into higher vibrations, you will understand the difference between those thoughts and being into a balance, right? So, hope this information helped you out. Try it. Take it to a higher level. Like, subscribe, share. And everybody, stop those negative thoughts before they even start. Peace.